So right here in hand is the new Ja 3, arguably the best, most popular silhouette right now in 2025, or should I say the most anticipated silhouette from Nike basketball. The box is crazy. I like this box a lot. It reminds me of an old school graphic that I had on a t-shirt back in the day. It was a Dallas Cowboy t-shirt that had the lightning bolts all over it. Reminds me a lot of that, or maybe even like a wrestling graphic. You got the Ja 3 logo right there in a really unique, almost old English, if you will, writing. I think this is a really nice box. Not quite sure if it will be uniform and all the boxes will look just like this, or because it's the third silhouette, they'll give him different boxes for each shoe. The past two silhouettes, every box was pretty much uniform and the same no matter what it was, if it was a special edition or just a normal release. All the boxes look the same. Everybody's been wanting to see what's inside this box right here and get their hands on some. Now this is the actual first colorway that was released to the general public. There's definitely been some EYBL colorways out there that look phenomenal, and I'm curious to see what's going to be the first other colorway next. I think it's the pink one, which I'm not really sure the colorway or the name of that colorway is. They're moving pretty quickly at Nike.com and in the store at Nike. I was able to pick up a pair from the Grove. This colorway is not bad. This is the lightning colorway, or the light up colorway from the Ja 3. I'm curious if all the boxes will look just like this, but this box right here is pretty unique in itself. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the sneakers, you dig? So now we got the Ja 3 shoe in hand. Now, the silhouette, I'm gonna go off the rip, is a 10 out of 10. I love this new model by miles, leaps and bounds. This is way better than the Ja 1 and Ja 2 in my opinion. But I wanna know your feedback. Are you more of a fan of the 3, the 2, or the 1? Let me know in the comments below. I'm not a prisoner of the moment. I really like this silhouette. This silhouette looks nothing like his part 1 and part 2. It's definitely in a league of its own, and that's super dope. You want to see a shoe elevate, separate, and just be different from the previous models. I love the graphic that goes all over the upper. One thing that's unique about this, I had no idea, but this print, these claws, or whatever you would like to call them, I'm not even sure the proper term. These are all Ja logos, little small Ja logos that make up the upper. First, you have a whole mesh upper, so that is the breathability in itself. But then you have all of this kind of like almost not a mud guard, but like a guard, if you will, because on this toe box, which is where some people drag, they enforced it a little bit more in case you do some toe drag. And that same material just goes over the upper. The guy, Ben, who makes the Nikes, who makes all the popular silhouette sneakers for the Nike basketball athlete, did his thing on this one. The medial side is even attractive too, with the claws, if you will, or just stripes. Not even really sure. It kind of looks like a dinosaur shoe, if you will. You know what I mean? When they went with the scratch themes on a few of the silhouettes, I feel like this is just a scratch 2.0, if you will. But the colorway is crazy. The gray with the white. You have the Nike swoosh as the J, the A for Ja, which is pretty dope. The outsole has the number. One shoe has the number 2. The other one has the number 1 for his number 12. You have the 12 right here on the back as well. Man, the way this thing feels and looks is crazy. I like it a lot, and it does come with some extra laces too. And we'll definitely get into some lace swapping a little bit later in the video so you guys can see what the alternate laces look like. This colorway, to me, if I rate the colorway from a 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 8. I like the color scheme, but seeing the other colorways that are around the corner, I've seen a bunch of different colorways, and some of them I'll put on the screen. This right here is just the tip of the iceberg. What's coming next is gonna be phenomenal, and let's see what happens when it comes to a collab with this shoe. What is that gonna look like? You have the Ja logos on the tongue as well as on the insole. One thing about the technology, you have the Zoom X branding. So I would assume the Zoom X go through the whole midfoot. As you can see, you have a little window right here. When it comes to the medial side, you can see it a little bit more. So you have the Zoom X on the footbed of the shoe. Zoom X is very comfortable, and it's some great technology. When it comes to Nike basketball shoes, that Zoom X is definitely where it's at. One thing that I like about this shoe also is the fact that you get alternate laces. You get alternate laces, which really make the shoe stand out a lot. What's unique about this alternate lace colorway though, it doesn't really match anything on the shoe. There's nothing else on the shoe that is this color. The only thing that is this color is that green that they use on the Memphis Grizzlies jerseys, which is definitely clean. You can't go wrong with that at all. So I see the point of it. I just thought you would have that green popping out somewhere. I'm very curious to see what this is gonna look like with the alternate laces in there. But let me know off the rip, are you gonna keep the alternate, the white laces that it came with, or are you gonna do the alternate and put these in there? Getting to the outsole traction. The outsole traction is very unique and I like it. Not only do you have nothing but Ja logos throughout the bottom of the shoe, I mean, that goes on over to the material on the upper, as I spoke about earlier, all little mini Ja logos, and then on the outsole, it's nothing but a bunch of smaller or a little bit bigger Ja logos that make up the traction pattern here, which I'm very curious to see what this response is like on the court, indoors. It definitely looks durable for outdoor use as well, but as I always say, it's best to use signature shoes on the indoor court. But if you're a hooper that plays outside, do your thing. There is a little bit of meat on the bone or some density there, so if you wear them outdoors, you won't fry the outsole super quick. At least that's what it looks like to me. But overall, the shoe is definitely something worth copping if you're able to get your hands on it. Usually the first colorway of a new silhouette goes pretty quickly because people like to collect those, or people just really want them. They really want the shoe. And sometimes it takes a little while before other colorways come out, but be patient, because if you've been on Instagram or other social media places, you've seen a bunch of colorways of these Ja 3s. Some might be concepts, some might be actual colors. Nonetheless, they all look phenomenal, and I like those more than this one. But this is definitely not a bad colorway. So if you like it, go ahead and try and grab it online. Hopefully your size is available. And believe it or not, there is a slight resale on this one because it is the first silhouette, but it's only like $5 to 10 bucks, maybe even 20 bucks over, depending on what size you need. So if you like this Ja 3, go ahead and do your due diligence. I'll try to leave a link here in the video in case you guys want to pick it up directly from the video and do not leave the house. Remind you, Ja 1, Ja 2, and I'm pretty sure the Ja 3 is definitely a shoe that you want to go up at least a half a size. Believe it or not, these came up all the way to a 15. When I left going to Nike yesterday to pick up the 12 and a half for somebody else, they told me when I went back today that Swaggy P went there and picked up his pair. He went up and picked up a size 15. That's how I knew they had a 15 available. So these do go up to a 15, maybe even a bigger size. Maybe because they know that the toe box is kind of snug and people have to go up a size on the shoe, which I wish they would have adjusted that from the rip. Nonetheless, we get the shoe. It's here now. Very affordable price too. Let me know your thoughts about it. Hit the shopping cart if there is availability for them. I will have that for you in the shopping cart in this video. It's like you should be a shopping cart popping up at the bottom of the screen. Nonetheless, super clean shoe, Nike Ja 3. Light up. Let me know what you guys think about this colorway, and will you guys be picking up a pair? Let's go ahead and get to that lace swap. Here's what the shoe looks like without the laces in it. You guys can see that Ja logo much clearer. That's kind of slanted. Definitely clean. A little tricky when it comes to the lacing because you have to put the laces through and under this area right here. But I think that might be the most difficult part about lacing up the shoe. But without further ado, let's go ahead and put those alternate laces in here. Boom. So here it is, the Nike Ja 3 with the alternate laces in there. Let me know what you guys think. Does it pop like you thought it would? Does it look good? Would you guys keep the original laces in here, or would you keep the alternate laces in here? I don't really think there's a wrong answer. This colorway looks pretty phenomenal, and I think that does add a little more color to it, but it really just depends on your style. So we have the original white laces, then we have the alternate laces. Put them side by side like this. Which one you guys going with? Or are you gonna rock them side by side like this? Don't really think there's a wrong answer to that, but just give me your thoughts about it in the comments below. Nike Ja 3 light up. Rate them from a 1 to 10. Do you see yourself adding these to your collection? Give me your thoughts and opinions, of course, in the comment section below. Alternate laces or original laces. And make sure you guys subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.